Now, vaccine rates are increasing and we're starting to venture out into the world, and dating in real life has finally become an option again. The pandemic may have changed dating forever, but one thing that hasn't is that meeting people can be really hard if you have a very busy schedule. Drae Olatoye, co-founder of Flutter, is here to tell us how he's solving this problem through technology. Good to have you join us on the program, Drae.
Thank you very much.
Okay, this is quite interesting to have a man actually be involved in online dating and relationships. How on earth did you get involved in something like this?
Well, I'll say I had a passion for it since I was in uni. And I had just a passion of connecting people in my university days. And, you know, like my pastor would say, for every challenge, there's a solution. For every solution, you can add value to humanity and add value to your community. And that's why I started to venture into it, because I had a passion for it.
Okay. All right, Drae. Now, dating apps and finding true love in reality, what are the prospects here?
The prospects are very high because a lot of people tend to look at other avenues of looking for matches, you know, but people that started embracing matchmaking apps like my app. And I met my wife on my app too. So that was like a challenge that I actually wanted to solve because I was single for quite a while. But I just decided to try something new. And it's for especially my wife. She didn't even have a Facebook account, but she said she wanted to try something new for the first time, and that's how we got connected. And since we started, we've connected thousands of people on our matchmaking app. So there's a need for what we do.
Okay, so how do you react then when people say they're not interested, they don't like online dating of any kind, that it's inappropriate? And like you mentioned earlier, you talked about your pastor. I would like to sort of gauge his thoughts regarding online dating and apps as well.
Funny enough, the world is evolved now, and a lot of people that had a different perception, especially my pastors and other older people, have a different perception about it now, because they feel that you need to try different things to get a different results. And online matchmaking or online dating is a way to connect people with similar values, similar interests, the same socioeconomic backgrounds, and also, especially in Nigeria, when we talk about tribe, so it's also an easy way to match people. So they've embraced it.
Indeed. Now, talking about challenges relating to social media and, of course, dating apps as well, on security issues of identity theft, impersonation, what measures are in place to curb this? And have you actually experienced such,
Okay, so we put a lot of that into consideration before launching the app, and so a lot of questions came up before we launched. So we have a lot of things we put in place, like our OTP verification. You can use multiple phone numbers on our app, and also facial recognition features to catch your face or to capture your face just for catfishing, to prevent people from catfishing. So yes, we've put a lot of things in place. And also for people who, we have an algorithm like AI that we've embedded in our app where people use some certain words that they're not meant to use, like hookups or account numbers. It flags those accounts and deactivates those accounts automatically.
Okay, tell us a little bit more about catfishing, because it was one of the questions I was going to ask you earlier, and I would imagine that the number here in Nigeria may be high, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. So if that's the case, perhaps you can give us an instance of what happened during a catfishing incident here in Nigeria and on your app, if possible.
Okay, so some person might be from Ondo State or from Lagos State, and he'll pretend like he's an American or a white person and put a fake picture there, so that's what you call catfishing. You use a different identity to project yourself. But there are also ways that we put some things on our app, like voice calls, video calls. So in case someone even uses a fake picture, which is very unlikely, you could also decide to call the person without exchanging numbers with the person, which is free for everybody.
But how effective are these measures? I know there's a verification with Google. You can actually look at a face, go through Google if you can actually get the true identity. But sometimes it's not always the case, and questions are being asked again. So how effective are these measures?
They're very effective. Like for instance, we have different verification processes with your OTP. Apart from that, your facial recognition feature. You won't be able to use the app if you use a different picture, because you have to capture your face. You have to take a selfie to be able to log on. Then you can eventually change it if you want to change it. But apart from that, you also have your voice and video call functionality, which is actually the most secure thing, because if you're not comfortable about a person you're chatting with, you can say, okay, let's have a video chat for a few minutes just to verify if you're the person. And you can actually call the person without even exchanging numbers. You can call the person on the app. So it's quite easy to verify this kind of people.
The app records that conversation?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay, what about with regards to the multi-phones? Because you know this is Nigeria, and here we have people that have at least two or a minimum of two and a higher number of telephone numbers. So how does multi-phones, how is that being mitigated on your platform?
So multi-phones, it's, first of all, if you use the same name, it would not, if you use the same name and you've already been flagged, you definitely will not allow you to sign up again. But if you use multi-phones, it could, if you use multi-phones, it would also, like if you're already barred from a certain number and you use a certain name to register that number, then it will not allow you to register with another line. Of course, I'm sure that you must have used the same name to register another line, another number, so it would bar you from subscribing.
Indeed, Drae. Now, since the inception of True Flutter, what has been public response like? And is it only restricted to Nigeria? Are there plans to expand to other regions?
Actually, we have a lot of people from Ghana and America, especially people Nigerians based in the diaspora. So we actually launched it for Nigerians and also Nigerians based in the diaspora and also Africans based in the diaspora. Because we found out that a lot of people either in the UK or in America are looking for like other Nigerians to date or have serious relationships with. So it's open for people in any part of the world apart from China.
You have to mention China.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about you personally, because you said one of the reasons why you created this was because you personally experienced a long period of time without a relationship. So let's talk about that period in your life and how you decided to sort of come up with the idea eventually. And then I also want to sort of gauge your thoughts with regards to online dating as opposed to traditional dating or speed dating, because I find that some Nigerians would definitely prefer that than to sort of get involved in online dating, but you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, it's because we are, okay, first of all, I'll start with myself. I was single for quite a while, and maybe I had a few relationships that weren't so good but way back, and I was just stuck in my own shell. I was doing the same thing every day, going to work, going to church, going back home. So I was stuck in that same loop, same cycle for so many years before I realized that, I'm getting old and I needed to settle down. And that's when I thought that, okay, then the other dating apps that I could have been on, they weren't ideal for me because I didn't find the kind of people I was looking for. That's why I decided to launch this. And for the other question, which is
comparing that to traditional dating or speed dating or even singles events.
Yeah, comparing that is easier because we have a lot of people that work at the office that don't have time to socialize. So it's easy to just pick up your phone and chat with someone, just like you're chatting on WhatsApp. You can chat with someone, and quite a lot of people are quite busy. So maybe they only have time on Saturdays and Sundays to actually interact with people in person. So it actually bridges the gap regarding communicating with people. And I think the pandemic helped a lot because a lot of people were home and a lot of people now started chatting online. The chats increased. I mean, when you check the statistics on dating apps, the number of subscribers actually doubled, and also the number of chats actually quadrupled too, because a lot of people now paid attention to wanting to even know the people that they were chatting with, so we're more, they wanted to just have an in-depth knowledge of who they were chatting with, so it was actually better chatting online. So that's why chatting has actually being on dating apps has actually helped relationships so far.
All right, I know I'm going to ask this one. So from an entrepreneurial point of view, how profitable are dating apps like True Flutters and others?
It is profitable, for like I always said, like my pastor would say, for every problem there's a solution. For every solution, there's a way to make money from it. And that's what I ran with since when I was young. So it's very profitable. A lot of people have not looked into this space, and that's what makes us even unique because started this. I think we're about the first set of people to start this. You know, so basically we have like little or no competition right now, and it's been very profitable for us basically.
So when the competition starts, there has to be more unique ways in terms of service delivery, as it were.
Yeah, definitely. We are like Elon Musk would say, you need to evolve every time. And when he started PayPal, and he needed to evolve when he started. It wasn't the same PayPal that, you know, especially even Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook was different. The graphics, the AI, and everything was different when they launched, and now they've evolved. So we as a company, we evolve every time. Every day, we're always brainstorming. We have a team where we brainstorm on how to make our services better, even how to even make the matchmaking process better for our subscribers, because we always want people to be on the app and know that they can meet someone in a couple of days.
Yeah.
So we have different algorithms we've put in place to make sure to make the matchmaking process faster.
Now, I'm surprised that you say, you know, you don't really have competition, but I do know that there are other apps out there or online dating sites out there. So, but I don't want to mention any names, but, you know, I'm sure you must have heard of one or two. So to say you're the only one in the industry is really mind-boggling.
So there are people on Instagram, there are matchmakers on Instagram, and there are people who have websites, and but we have an app, and, you know, so it's something you can download on App Store or Play Store. And so far for now, we've not seen any competition now. Maybe other countries, yeah. I know that there's a wire in Egypt and other countries, African countries. But for Nigeria, we have people on Instagram doing the same matchmaking thing that we do.
All right. For those who are still reluctant or a bit hesitant into the issue of app dating, as it were, what advice do you have for them?
My advice I have for them is that you can't keep on doing the same thing for so long. You need to try something different. Like myself, like so many other people out there on my app, they've tried something different. Like 87% of my subscribers just started. That was their first time being on a dating app.
Yeah.
So I think you should try something different. It won't hurt you to download an app to meet people.
Yeah.
You know, and if you try something new, you definitely get a different result.
And on that note, Drae Olatoye, co-founder True Flutter matching app. It's good to have you with us. Thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much.
All right.